Firms take on a number of different forms, but when we look at the way firms operate, one of the key components of that is something that's referred to as market structure. Market structure involves the number of the firms in an industry and the power that those firms wield within that industry. As such, there are two extremes when it comes to market power. One of them is called perfect competition, and the other is called monopoly. Perfect competition is characterized by a market where there are lots of firms, none of whom have any particular degree of power within the market. That means that they are sometimes referred to as price takers, where the market sets a price and the firm just has to accept whatever price the market sets for the product. Additionally, when we look at markets that are characterized by perfect competition, it's easy for there to be entry and exit into and out of the market. So if someone observes another firm making profit, they can enter that market, and consequently they can compete the profits away. In fact, in a perfectly competitive market, there will be no long-run profits available. You'll be able to pay all your costs, and you'll be able to, if you are the business owner, pay yourself, but there'll be no profits above the normal rate of return. Competitive markets are really hard for the firms that are involved in them. It's tough to make money, it's tough to compete, and most firms would rather not be in a competitive industry, but they're stuck with what they get. In competition, when we deal with the model of competition, what we're looking at are two distinct graphs. One is your traditional market graph, where there's demand and supply and a price is set. That price becomes the price that the firm has to take. And as a result of that, the firm has a flat demand curve that they face. They can sell as much as they want or as little as they want at the market-determined price. So the only thing that the firm really has to decide upon is how much to produce. And the firm decides that they want to produce a certain amount based upon where they're going to maximize their profits. So all the firm has to do is find where their marginal revenue is equal to their marginal cost. That's the profit maximizing decision, and determine the amount of output that coincides with that. In competition, the marginal revenue is simply the price. Each additional unit sold yields the price. That's the revenue for the firm. So as far as marginal revenue is concerned, the marginal revenue is simply the price, which is simply the demand curve faced by the firm. Marginal cost is a curve that starts to the lower left and slopes upward, so this goes basically from the southwest to the northeast, and crosses that marginal revenue curve at some point. That's the key intersection for the firm trying to decide how much output to produce. You find where marginal revenue equals marginal cost, drop down to the quantity axis, and that gives us the profit maximizing output for the firm. Now, whether they're making profits or not depends upon the location of the average total cost curve. If average total cost is below the price, then the firm is making a profit, as shown here in the profit box. But if the average total cost is above price, then the firm is incurring losses, shown here in a loss box. Now, if a firm is making profits, then what will happen is that there will be entry into the market. Supply will increase, the market price will go down, and so will the profits of any firm who's in the short run making profits. And thus we say that profits get competed away in the market in the competitive market. Easy entry allows there to be an increase in supply, which lowers the price and eliminates the profits for the firm.